So let's talk about your brain's secret shortcuts. Yeah, these are the hidden patterns that help you make sense of the world, and honestly, they're the key to solving a very, very strange mystery. I mean, really think about that for a second. You read a tiny story about a sandwich, and your mind just invents a whole scene with details that aren't even there. How in the world does that work? Well, stick around because we're going to solve this little mystery together. All right, so the first clue to solving this whole thing is something I like to call your brain's shortcut folders. It's how we organize, well, everything we know without even thinking about it. Okay, so this shortcut folder has a technical name. It's called a schema. It's just a fancy word for a mental blueprint. When you think of a place, your brain doesn't have to start from scratch every single time. It just yanks open the right folder and boom, all the basic info is right there ready to go. And you use these things literally all the time, probably without even noticing. Your classroom schema just knows there will be desks and a board. Your supermarket schema expects aisles and a checkout line. And what's really cool is how specific they get. You've got a general school schema, but you also have one for Peppa Pig's school, which is all colorful and friendly. And you can bet your schema for an M&M concert, stage, microphone, huge crowd, is going to be way different from your schema for a quiet library, right? Okay, so schemas are all about the features, the stuff you expect to see in a place. But what about the actions? What about what you do there? Well, for that, we need our second clue, which I like to call your brain's mental episode guides. And that's where scripts come in. If a schema is the static blueprint, a script is kind of like the movie that plays out in that blueprint. It's the expected sequence of events, your internal guide for what happens and when. And trust me, you know these scripts by heart. The going to the movies script, it's all about buying a ticket, grabbing some popcorn, finding a seat. You've even got scripts for your favorite TV shows, right? You watch How I Met Your Mother, it's probably going to start in the bar and lead to some long flashback story. Or an Imagine Dragons concert, you already know the plot. Opening act, main show, and then the big encore. Your brain is ahead of the game. Okay, so let's just put these side by side to make it totally 100% clear. A schema is the what a place is like. A script is the how, what you typically do there. So your hospital schema is the building itself with the beds and the doctors, but your hospital script is the whole sequence, checking in, waiting forever, seeing the doctor, and finally leaving. One is the set, and the other is the scene that plays out on that set. Simple as that. Okay, you with me? We've got our two big clues, schemas and scripts. Now we can finally go back to that sandwich and solve this thing once and for all. Here is that original story again. Read it really closely. It mentions ordering and leaving a tip. But look at the words that are missing. Door, table, menu, bill. Even the simple act of eating the sandwich. They're just not there. So where on earth did your brain get them from? Simple. Your brain did all the heavy lifting for you. The second it read, sat down and ordered, it opened up one of your most used mental episode guides. You probably know which one, right? It was your restaurant script, of course. The moment you started reading, that internal script just fired up. The story said she went into the place, right? Well, your script automatically goes, okay, she must have used a door. It says she sat down, so your script provides a table. And leaving a tip? That only makes sense after paying a bill. Your brain filled in every single one of those logical gaps, all on its own. And this is the really cool part. This isn't some glitch in your brain. It's an amazing feature. Honestly, scripts are like a superpower. They let us process the world at lightning speed because they handle all the boring, predictable parts automatically. That frees us up to focus on what's new and important. Here's another great real-world example. This is from a bottle of cough syrup. Now, if you take that instruction literally, it's kind of weird advice, isn't it? Just keep filling a cup over and over again? Yeah, of course not, because your taking medicine script immediately kicks in and fills in the blanks. You know the unwritten rules. Fill the cup, drink the medicine, and then you repeat that whole process a few hours later. The instructions don't have to say, drink it, because the writers are counting on you already knowing the script. It's the perfect example of this mental shortcut in action. Okay, so you're pretty much an expert on schemas and scripts now. So how about we have a little fun and put your own brain shortcuts to the test? I've got a few scenarios for you. All right, quiz number 1. This one's for all the parents out there, or, anyone who just loves Bluey. The Healer family shows up at the playground. What does your playground script immediately expect the kids to do? What happens next? Go on, drop your answer in the comments below. Okay, let's switch gears a bit. You're watching Breaking Bad. You see a police car, lights flashing, tearing down a desert highway. Your police chase script just activated. What do you predict is about to happen? What are the key events you're already expecting to see? I want to know, so tell me in the comments.
And for our last one, Adam Levine from Maroon 5 sits down in a chair across from an interviewer holding a microphone. Your interview script kicks in. What's the sequence of events here? Who talks first? What kind of questions are going to be asked? What does your script say is going to happen? You know the drill. Let us know.
And that's it. That's the secret. It's not magic. It's schemas and scripts, the powerful, invisible shortcuts your brain uses to navigate the world every single day. Now that you know about them, I guarantee you'll start seeing them everywhere. So here's my question for you. What's the first script you're going to notice today now that you know what to look for?